Hey, gypsies and witches, also hippies and all creative people in the Gypsy and the Witch. This is my introductory video uh, as one of the new moderators chosen by Miss Rita Marie. Um, I just wanted to give you a little background introduction on me. On YouTube, I am one-legged witchy woman. And yes, that is a literal name. um, and I guess I can start by telling you what brought me to the Gypsy and the Witch. Um, I came across some of Callie Black's videos, and I was just blown away by her art, by the fact that there was another one-legged witch that loved art and rock music and uh, had a little bit of gypsy, a little bit of hippie, a little. Well, actually, Callie had a lot of hippie in her, um, but anyway, I I just loved her videos, and I started watching, just binging on her videos, and because they would kind of pop up in my recommended video stream, and I noticed that she would always mention her beautiful friend, Miss Rita Marie, and she would send her viewers over to watch Miss Rita. So I started watching Rita's videos too, and I was like, wow, these are some talented women. And I loved bouncing back and forth watching these two women do their thing. And um, that's when I thought, well, hell, I'm gonna join this group, and because I was so inspired by both of them, and so I joined, and one of my first thoughts was, "Where's Callie?" And I started investigating and trying to figure out what was going on without asking a question because I just had this like this sense of dread, like something awful, horrific had come over this group. It was like a cloud hanging over it. And sure enough, um, that's exactly what had happened. As you all know, um, Callie passed away. She lost her battle with cancer. And um, I was just devastated. I had such a sense of loss. And I can't imagine how those of you who knew her and who were part of her life, I can't imagine how it must have felt for you. And I'm so sorry for that. Um, so then I understood what this cloud hanging over the group was. I totally got it. And I could tell that Rita so wanted to keep the group going, but it had just gotten to be too hard, too hard because she had done it with Callie, and without Callie there, they just these two women had such a chemistry and they just fed off of each other, their creation process. And while both had their very own unique style, um, they did pull out the best in each other. And it was so much fun to watch them create. and work on projects together and see what they came up with. And um, but anyway, um, sorry, I didn't mean to go on about Callie. Uh, but I would like to bring back some of the things that Callie did. And one of those was the Dyson Gill um, projects that she would do twice a month on the 1st and the 15th. I think that would be a great deal of fun. I don't have the exact deck that she had, but I would love to hear suggestions from all of you as to what kind of prompts you would like to see when we work on this. uh, Rita made some really good suggestions. She suggested witchy, hippie, gypsy, you know, put something of that ilk in your, be it a stencil, be it a picture from a magazine or a book or whatever, whatever, wherever that takes you, go with it. And I'm just really excited about getting this going again. And, um, I'm not trying to copy Callie, but I thought it was such a good idea. It was just, it's a great way to kind of, for everyone to train themselves how to um, effectively use all the different techniques um, we have in mixed media, especially for those who are new to it, which I'm new to it. I haven't been doing this for very long, and we can all learn together. So um, I plan to start this Friday. And one of the things that I plan to do differently is I plan to go live. Um, I'll post the link in the group, and those of you that want to play along, have all of your stuff out and ready to go, and I'll pull 10 cards and we'll go at it. And I think it'll be so much fun. We can chat, we can get to know one another, and just have fun and create and do it together. Because sometimes it's so much more fun if you have someone to create with, to feel part to feel a part of something. And and that's what I want to do. I want to pull everybody together and let's create and let's have fun and share, share, share. I don't care what you're working on. Here lately, some of the new people in our group have done such a good job of sharing the things that they're working on. And it's so good to have, um, fresh ideas and uh, enthusiasm and people who are excited about what they're doing and what they're interested in. And I love seeing everybody's work. I've been so inspired, and I'm going to start sharing my work too. Um, but um, first, I wanted to, excuse me, I've had like a little bit of a cold thing, sinus thing going on with all this crazy weather we've been having. And it's just, bleh. So excuse me if I sound icky. But anyway, um, that's one of the things that I have coming up. And I know that Hilda, um, I'm not exactly sure what she's planning, but I know that she has a few things up her sleeve. And any of you that have any kind of ideas about projects we can all work on, I know they have a theme of the month. And I haven't really been able to get into that here lately. But starting in February, we need to vote on what theme. Obviously, it's Valentine's Day, but to be quite honest, I think that's a stupid holiday. But that's just me. Um, but uh, so I'm sure the theme will be something about love. It doesn't necessarily have to be about your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever. Um, it could be about self love. It could be about your love for art. It could be about um, your love for your friends and family and kids and um, pets. Whatever. As Callie would say, whatever sparks joy in your heart. So, but we'll talk about that later. Um, I also want to do a video showing ways to substitute um, some of the things that you may not have available to you yet if you're new to mixed media and that sort of thing, um, because it's pricey starting out. If you have nothing and you have to go out and you have to buy all of this stuff, to do all of these things, but there are ways to substitute those things out and use regular household items, that stuff that you have laying around your house to um, do mixed media with. And that's one of the great things about it. You don't have to go out and buy expensive canvases and um, oil paints and all the things that go along with that. It's not necessary. You create with what you've got. And as you go along, you can add this to your collection, add that to your stash, and um, you're good to go. So, Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. Central, I'm 7 p.m., I'm Central Standard Time. We're going to have our first mixed media live session. And we're all going to do it together and we're going to have a great time. And I hope to see you all there. And even if you can't do it live with us that night, you can always go back and watch the video and do it. And then once you get um, your project done, post a picture, share it with everyone, show us what you came up with. I would love to see what everybody is doing. I love to see other people's art. And for now, that is about all. And I will be seeing you all soon. Stay warm, be sweet, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.